Betty always spoke about vulva massage and how important it was. And it's not something that we were doing actively in the workshops. And then when I took the work virtual with the first lockdown, I remember
Mhm,
thinking, okay, I'm going to do homework in between a session. And what is the order? How should I do it? And I thought, vulva massage. It has to
mhm,
start there because that's the first disconnect, right? I can't have my hand, put it on my vulva just because it
mhm,
feels nice without a goal and make that neural connection.
mhm. And we're taught that as girls, young girls, so early. Boys can touch their penis all the time. I mean, adult men touch their penis all the time. I mean, that's their connection. And boys aren't told to take their hand off their genitals in the same way that girls are. I mean, it's almost immediately, the hand is taken away. Sit like a lady, put your legs together. We're taught not to touch with a hand. Like if you must clean yourself, use a washcloth. So, making that tactile connection early is such an important piece of the work and of establishing those neural pathways. Um,
It's the first step in your sexual development. And
mhm,
that's why it's the first one that they come right in and disconnect. So if you disconnect that first connection, you're not going to make it to masturbation.
mhm. So, vulva massage is a ritual in a body sex workshop, but it's also a practice as well. So, what do we mean by that? So, a practice means this is something that you do every day or almost every day. You're not going for orgasm, you just make that tactile connection with your vulva. That's your power spot. That's your center. That's where the next generation comes from. Um, that's your pleasure point. So, yes, just making that connection with your center and massaging it, it just feels good. It's calming, it's relaxing. Um, there's power. It's also a ritual in a body sex circle as well. We usually do some massage before genital show and tell. And Carlin has added back in vulva massage into the in person workshops. So, again, the goal is not orgasm. The goal is just making a connection with our genitals and just exploring what feels good. Um, so definitely not about orgasm. It's an opportunity to explore pleasure and an opportunity to connect with your vulva.
And when we take the goal off the table, it's very liberating for women and clients because if I have a goal, that means every time I touch myself and I don't have an orgasm, I've failed. So
Mhm,
it becomes a negative association. So
mhm,
if we say, you know what, you're just going to get some good clean oil, put it on your hands, and you're going to touch everything and just enjoy the good feelings. There's no way to fail.
right.
Right? It's just, I would say, well, how was it? It was good. It was bad. It was whatever. But there's no failure. And I think that's really key for building self esteem, sexual self esteem.
Mhm,
And believe it or not, vulva massage is the hardest part of the process. Like I have clients that will say it took me 2 to 3 attempts before I could touch myself. I don't know why. Or I'm touching myself and I felt sad. I'm touching myself and I started to cry and I don't know why.
mhm,
So the body holds trauma and it's released through touch. So sometimes if we go through the sex essay process or we answer the 2 questions and maybe we haven't made the connection, right?
mhm.
And it's something repressed. And so we kind of do our share and we don't go all the way. But when we touch, it comes out. And that's why it's so healing. And
Yes.
that's why there's so much resistance.
And vulva massage needs to be a practice. I'll have clients where, as we're working together, they do vulva massage and I'll meet with them like maybe a month later and they're like, I don't know, I just don't feel desire. Some of them say, I've decided I really want a partner. Because they want the partner to touch their vulva, their genitals. And I redirect them back to vulva massage. I'll ask, have you been doing vulva massage? No, I haven't been doing vulva massage. So let's go back, make it a practice. Yes, I know you do vulva massage in the shower. I
It's
tend
easy.
Mhm.
Right? You do yours in the easy chair while you're watching
Yes,
TV.
right. Yeah.
Right, you slope up, you squat, you touch. Betty always did hers in the morning when she woke
Yes.
up. She would take her hands, put massage her vulva, and then she would smell. And she goes, Carlin, it smells so nice. It's me. Right.
Yes.
So that connection.
Yes.
And that was how she started every day. So it's also like a daily meditation.
Right. Right. And your vulva is always there. It's calming. Sometimes, like, if you're feeling stressed, if I feel stressed, I will just cup my hand over my vulva, over my pants, fully clothed, and I will just take some deep breaths into my vulva. It's remarkably relaxing. Touching your genitals really, really can be very calming and relaxing.
So if you can't do the rock and roll or you're having some resistance with vulva massage, just take your two hands and give her a hug.
Mhm.
Keep the tactile connection there and you'll get there. And sometimes doing that or vulva massage is a good way to lead into a rock and roll when we don't feel like we have the energy or we don't feel aroused or inspired. It's like, okay, I'll just do a massage. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
the blood flow starts and then you're aroused, you feel desire,
Mhm.
right? And then you move forward. And it's really wonderful. I always did this with partners before we had sex. I would say, show me how you touch yourself. And I would show them too,
Mhm.
because I was doing my vulva massage and you can learn a lot about yourself and your partner. So watch yourself in a mirror, see how you're touching yourself. That's
Mhm.
going to help you inform a partner on what your preference is. And then seeing how your partner touches themselves, everyone does it a little differently.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like, for me, the first step in sharing pleasure together is like, I need
Mhm.
to know how you touch yourself. And you can just take your hand and you can guide a partner,
Mhm.
but you should always have I think a visual image in your mind
Yes.
of what your vulva likes when looks like, and then how she gets aroused, because you're going to see your outer and inner labia are going to get puffy, your clitoris will pop out, colors will change. And then if you're massaging on a regular basis, it's like, I understand, I'm in touch with my arousal.
Yes. Yes. So as you work through the topics in this lesson, you are going to see the master, Betty herself, leading a vulva massage in one of her workshops. It's a clip from Viva La Vulva. And you'll have some more guidance with doing your own vulva massage. So enjoy.